Kicking with Dani Love. Kicking with Dani Love. Kicking with Dani Love. Healing one day at a time. Settle down. You'll be fine.
Welcome to episode 7, Painful Grip. 5 ways to let go of the things that hurt you. Now, we may not have 5 ways today, but we will eventually have 5 ways. I didn't even realize my background looked a hot mess. Like, I got towels in the back on the workout machine that I don't use and everything. I didn't even realize that. But it's okay. We here, y'all, because grief is ghetto. Welcome to Love and Laugh with Dani Luv. I have a special guest today, Kimberly Koester. She's a comedian, been doing this for 5 years, and I'm really excited to interview her. But before we start, I need to tell y'all a little bit about what happened to me today. Today was a little weird. It was very weird, but it was ordained by God. If you guys have been following me, you know that I wrote a book, and the book is to honor my dear sister Ivy Ridgway. She lost her life to my mom's then boyfriend turned husband. She was unalived by him. So for many years, I allowed what happened to my sister and me to keep me gripped up, and I was told as a child that he did not unalive her, and that it was a lie. But when I got older, I did my own research and I found out that he unalived her and it was a lie. And so I wrote a book to honor her. Um and as a child, I was told to call him dad. So there's a lot of trauma to be calling somebody dad who unalived your mom. But here's the thing. Many years later, I get a phone call, which is now from my brother, which is the guy's name is Tony. Tony is my brother's uh father. So my brother, his name is Troy, he told me that Tony was dying and that he wanted to apologize to me. So my first instinct was to say no and protect my peace, because I have literally just come out of like deep depression. Like, I'm still fighting it, but I was in a deep depression where I was crying every day after losing my brother Curtis. So I instinctively was like, no, I'm not about to do that. But today I went to go visit my friend. He's a comedian. I'm not gonna say his name, but he's in the hospital and we're praying for him. We're actually having a they're having a get together for him, donation for him, because he's in the hospital, and he like it would be great to help him out, if you can, $10 donation. But I went to go visit him, and that's what made something click in my head, because last night my brother was like, well, you can either talk to him, you don't have to, our relationship's not going to change. I get that this can really be traumatic to you because you've come a long way. And he was like, I can call him on the phone if you want. So after I went to go visit my friend, something in me was like, you know what, you just pray for your friend. We just go down the street. We're gonna go down the street and we're gonna be strong, and we're gonna ask God for his Holy Spirit, and we're going to go and let him talk and get whatever he need to get off his chest, because if he's about to die, I don't want anyone going to hell, no matter what you did. Like, we all have sinned, and this sin that he did is way bigger than anything I've done. But as a person who is trying to live a peaceful life, I decided to go and see what he had to say. So I walk in, and because here's the thing, I can't let stuff grip me. I can't let unforgiveness and bitterness grip me because of what somebody else is doing. So I got there ready to hear him out so I can move on. No words was gonna be for me because I felt like I didn't need anything. He grabbed my hand when I walked in, and he had tears in his eyes. And he said he was sorry for how he did not protect my mother and how he was sorry for Curtis. And I'm like, okay, you're not being accountable. But it didn't even bother me because in my head, hey, I'm working on forgiving you so that I can't let this weight hold me down. So I firmly let him know. I wasn't upset. I just let him know in a loving, firming way. I said, I forgive you for that. But everything you talk about, I'm not really sure what you're talking about. But my thing is, you unalived my sister. So let's talk about that. And he cried. He kept holding my hand. He cried and he said, you're right. And I did not want the results of her not being here, but I was responsible for that. I told him, I said, you were supposed to be protecting us when you harmed us. Like my whole life changed from that situation, from being there when my sister was unalived and being in there, and then the effect of losing my sister, who was my best friend, who was close in age to me. We were like ghetto twins, and just being in there. And he was like, I apologize. He was crying. He was like, I deal with this every day and I hate that it happened. I'm so sorry. Everything in me wanted to be like, I don't care. Bam, 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 bam. But the God in me was like, okay. I couldn't even get mad. I couldn't even get angry. I felt the Holy Spirit go through my body and I felt the forgiveness. And it was crazy how I did not want to go off. And then my brother, well, yeah, Troy was there. He was laughing and stuff, and it made him feel good. But then my husband, he asked him, "Do you have salvation?" And he was like, "Yeah, I do." And then we ended up praying for him. And then before we left, he was like, "Get my number from your brother." Wait a minute. I forgive you, but please know that I am also human and I am living a human experience. So, no, just because I forgive you don't mean I allow you in my space. There's no bitterness. There's, still a little sadness and anger, but I'm choosing to forgive and protect my mental health because it took a while for me to get to this mental space in life. So, um, yeah, that happened to me today. And I just wanted to share it with y'all because it just happened. And I'm very grateful for my husband for having my back because I couldn't have did it if he wasn't there. And I talked to my auntie. My auntie actually helped me walk through it because I thought my auntie, because she was there, I thought she was gonna be like, no, he don't deserve to talk to you. But that didn't happen because it's like, look, you can't hold on to everything. You have to let it go. Even though it happened, even though it affected you, you can't allow it to continue to affect you because it becomes a cancer and it grows into something big and then it can destroy you. And I don't want that in my life. I got a lot of stuff to do on earth. I got this new podcast. I'm a comedian. I sing, I write. Y'all see my book, Love Hates Me. Shoot, I might have a Love Hates Me part 2 from this situation. I don't know. But I choose to keep living. And that's just what it is. Yes, kick it with Dani Luv. Can I ask something because I don't know? Yeah, you can ask anything you want to ask. Latine Sawat. Yeah, you can ask whatever you want to ask. So yeah, that was the thing that happened to me today. Moving on, did you guys see the news? uh Where's it at? Some people think it's fake. Some people think it's real. I don't know. I personally believe that it was fake. I believe it was staged because it's just so weird. Like, why would they go save JD Vance first and then go get Trump? And Melania, she's still just ain't nobody thought about Melania. She just out in the open. They don't treat the wife right at all. She just sitting there looking goofy. And he ain't been at none of the dinners until now. So that's just my opinion. Y'all know that I don't really agree with Trump. Some people do agree with him still. I don't understand. Like, even if I would have voted for him, I would have unvoted for him because he has definitely showed his butt during this time. But whatever, we all got our own opinion. Okay, so we have a question. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna read the question, but first, um, let me say how proud I am of my husband. He did so good on his show, and I just want to share a little bit with y'all.
You man, it look good on the inside. All right. Yeah. The outside had me nervous. Check the flyer again. I spun the block 3 times. There ain't nothing else here, so it's gotta be. I guess this it right here. I think this it. This should be it. Okay. Diablo. Y'all know Diablo is Spanish for the devil. I was like, oh yeah. The devil is a liar. Yeah, I was about to go back home. Like, yeah. He is a liar. Come on, testify, my sister. Come on, Pooh Baby Daddy, testify. I like this venue, man. It look good on the inside. All right. Yeah.
He's funny, and I'm very proud of you. Good job. I'm hearing that there's no sound. Let me know. Can y'all hear me? Because go like that. So, introducing my new friend. She lives in Austin. She's working on tours this summer, and she's been doing comedy for 5 years. She is currently in Iowa, where she's visiting her family. And I am really excited to introduce her. And maybe she can help me with this question that we got coming through the chat. So put your hands together. Put your hands, virtual hands together for
Hello.
Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I don't know why.
Oh,
Um,
okay, one moment.
okay.
I don't know.
I don't know. We can do sign language maybe.
Did you want to come
I
out and come
I
back
don't know.
in?
I can't hear you.
Maybe
I could hear the clips.
I'll
Eee.
come back in.
Hmm.
Everybody else can hear me.
I can't hear you. I don't.
Look at the look at your message.
Okay, I don't know.
Look at your
Shoot,
message.
I don't know.
Look at your
I don't know. Should I leave and come back maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'll do
Mhm.
that.
Okay. All right. So she's gonna come back, and while we're waiting on her, we're gonna go through this question. Let me see what we got here. My ex broke up with me because he told everyone that our child is not his. And after a month, I saw him and my best friend hook up, and he is mad at me. I asked for allowance for the child, and my ex is suing me for putting a gun on his forehead because I saw him and my best friend effing in the bed. Oh, thank you for the storytelling. Way to go. Okay. This is a lot. We may have to charge you. Can you hear me now, Kim?
I can, yes.
Yay! Yay! Good, good, good. Did you hear the well, tell everybody who you are and how you're doing. How are you?
Well, I'm good. I grew up in Iowa and I am back in Iowa for 2 weeks right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm exhausted.
These
I
people know
came
why
back
you're
to help.
tired. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. No, I was
Go
gonna say
ahead.
I came back for the Northern Comedy Festival, which was really fun. But I also came back to help my dad, um, which is a long story.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Um,
we're happy to have you here because we're
Thank
talking about
you.
painful grip. So, how long have you been doing comedy?
5 years. Yeah.
5 years. What do you like
Yes.
about comedy and what do you hate about comedy?
Oh God, I always say that the comedy is an addiction. Like when you get that
Mm-hmm.
first really big laugh, you get
Mm-hmm.
the adrenaline going.
Mm-hmm.
It's and you just chase that. Yeah, I mean, I'm always chasing for the next big laugh, and I want the next one to be bigger than the last one. But when you bomb, it's like the lowest low. So it's like an addiction. It's just um yeah.
Girl, I've been trying to get over my bomb. I did a bomb 2 weeks ago. I'm over it
Mhm.
now. I just came over it yesterday, but it took me a while to get over it because it was at Mark Ridley's. It was in front of people, and a very close comedian vet told me yesterday. She talked to me on the phone and she said, "Look, don't keep talking about that because the comedy clubs are gonna look at that. They're gonna say, oh, that's the person that bombed when you're actually funny." Like
Um,
that. So I immediately erased that off of my Facebook and my Instagram, but I did keep it on my YouTube because I saw I was getting some numbers. So I was like, well, but yeah, that bomb is hard to get over. You just got to shake it off
man,
and
yeah.
on the
I've
stage. You know?
I've driven home from comedy clubs like I want to quit. This is
Hmm.
I'm not any good. But then, and then you have a really good show and it's like it's so worth it. So,
Yeah, I think those bombs are meant to humble us because sometimes you have such a good show, you feel like you are untouched,
yes.
and
That is
then
so true.
oh, wait a minute, what happened? Like, did this happen? So, do you have anything that is gripping you? And if you
Ooh.
do, what do you do to let it go? Or what, or have
Mm.
you let something? And if you did, what
Well,
did you do to let it go?
I'm in it right now. So I'm gonna start from the beginning. So my mom, I grew up on a farm. This family
Mhm.
farm has been here since the 1800s. My dad was actually born inside this house. So he's lived here his whole life.
Ooh.
Um, my mom passed away in 1992. So she's been gone for a long time. And and some men don't grieve, they replace. So he quickly married a woman who completely took advantage of him and really forced my brothers and I out of his life. Um, and then they divorced. And then my dad took up with a woman that's 4 years older than me and got her pregnant when he was 61 years old. And we tried to embrace it, and I have a much younger brother now,
Mhm.
and but as time went on, sorry, I'm going to close the door. As time went on, it got to the point where we would come back to the farm and they wouldn't let us in the house. And I have two sons in their 20s and neither of them have ever been inside their grandpa's house. And the relationship was very strained. And that woman passed away about 6 months ago.
Mm.
And I should have came back sooner, but I'm back here now, and I
Mhm.
walked inside my childhood home for the first time in 20 years.
Mm,
And it was, I can see why they wouldn't let us in the house. It
mm,
was a mess. It was a severe hoarding situation. Um, and so I've spent the last week just digging him out of this house and getting to know my younger brother.
mm-hmm.
And it's been a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot. And
Oh gosh
and
darn it. I
oh, what happened?
can't hear you again. Hold
It might
on.
be
I'm going to
audio.
leave and I'm going to come back because I can't hear you again. I think it's probably my reception because I'm on a farm. Hold
Yeah.
on a second.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
guys, this story is going, it's a very interesting story. Sometimes we have to go through stuff that's like I could never go through that. Like that is a lot. Like everybody has their own thing that they have to go through. Like the things that I've been through that I just explained to you
Ah,
guys, the
son
story I
of a
just
bitch.
told you. I think she back. I think I don't even know. Let me see. She having technical issues, child. This is the most. But while we're waiting, remember that on April 29th, which is actually my husband's birthday, we are celebrating Detroit Red. Detroit Red is a legend in comedy in Detroit, and it's only $10 to celebrate him and just celebrate him. Just, help him out because while he's in the hospital, we need to be able to we don't want him to be stressed out with them bills and trying to figure out life. We want him to be good. So just $10 a person. Even if you ain't got the 10, give him five, whatever you got to do. But we want to celebrate this wonderful, genuine man. Kimberly is back.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I can hear you now. Yeah, sorry.
You got to
I
get
got
some
out of, I
oil.
was sitting in the pickup and maybe that was why. I'm sitting in the barn now. So,
Okay, so hopefully the barn has Wi-Fi.
yeah.
That's so cool. You're in a barn. Wow, to grow up
Yep.
in a farm is so cool.
Yes.
Be around you.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Here,
Maybe
I'll show you the cows. Yeah.
oh, uh-oh. Oh, yeah, you might want to stay where you at, child, because it's starting to break up again.
I
Yeah,
Oh,
you
am
might
I? Okay, right here. Is this
stay
okay?
right there. Don't move. Just stand still because
Okay.
it's breaking up
All
again.
right. I'm standing still. I'm sorry.
You gotta hold one arm up,
Uh
lift up your hair, like, do what you gotta do.
I'll
So
get
that
some
signal
tinfoil.
horrible. Yes, get you some foil, like back in the day. Oh, they said the
Yeah.
cow was so cool. So
Yeah.
cool. We wish we can pet them.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah. Oh, so, oh shoot, what happened? Oh, come on. All right. So it's just me again. Technical difficulties. So as we see, okay, here we are.
Here we are.
All right.
Sorry.
Breathe, breathe inside slowly. Don't do nothing. Just, just
Oh,
get some breath in every 5 seconds. Just be still. We got to get through this.
yeah. That was the last technical error. That was it right there.
Okay, so you shared your story with us, and we appreciate you for sharing that. Um, where are you at in your process of trying to let go of all of this? Like, because it's happened over the years. So, are there some parts
Yes.
you have been like, okay, I'm gonna have to let it go, and some parts where you like feel like this is a lot?
I came to an epiphany this morning actually because I have there's so many like full circle reoccurring things that have happened.
Hmm.
Number one is when I lost my mom when I was on this farm, I was 21 years old. And now my youngest brother lost his mom on this farm, and he's 25 years old. So it's weird. Same farm, same dad, same occurrence has happened. And no, my dad did not murder his wives. They both died. You know, one was a brain aneurysm and the other one was kidney failure. But
Say disclaimer.
that's interesting. And then the other thing is, he I my mom would show love. Her love language was gift giving.
Mm,
And so, that was always the way my parents, it was never I love you, or, when she passed away, I remember, going to her hospital bed and saying goodbye, I love you. And it was so hard for me to say those three words out loud to her because I'd never said that to her in my life. And and in this week, my dad's telling me how hard I'm working and thank you for doing this, and I'm like, I love you. And I don't get it back, but it's okay. It's all right. He's an old Iowa farmer. He's of that generation.
mhm,
Um, but I think that the thing that I'm being taught is about stuff. It's like so many times when families lose a parent, the siblings fight over stuff.
mhm,
And, that's not going to be the case in this situation because most of this stuff is going to the dump because it's, a hoarding situation.
mhm,
Um, but I'm sorry, I'm rambling. But when my mom passed away and his first wife, um, that woman came in and took all of my mom's things and they put
mhm.
them in a chicken shed, and locked the doors, boarded up the windows. And we were like, Dad, can we have that? And he's like, nope, you can have it when I die. And,
Oh,
and then they got divorced. And then we went through the chicken shed and everything was ruined, because of mold and mice. And so, it was hard to forgive him for that. And now I'm dealing with that again, going through this house and everything is ruined. And it's just, I don't know, it's just interesting. And I have this thing about, loss of love and things and how things are
mhm,
destroyed once someone is gone, or no, I don't know. I don't
mhm.
know. That's where I'm at right now. But as far
No,
as my dad goes,
mhm,
um, he's a sweet man. He's very soft spoken. Um, and he was a great dad growing up. He just kind of went off the rails once my mom was gone. So
grateful
um,
makes that.
I'm very happy to be here connecting with him because he's 86 years old and he's not going to be around much longer. So
Well,
I'm glad that I could do this for him and heal myself and let go
yes,
of a lot of anger.
yes. This may be something that you need to do because
And
that's
damn
why.
it, I can't hear you again. All right, I'm going to go inside the house and maybe that'll help. Okay. Hold on. I'll be back. This won't
Okay.
take long.
Man, this is so good, y'all. It's so crazy how this is so good, and we're having so many technical difficulties, but it's amazing that she is there helping her father. That takes a lot, especially a hoarder a hoarder issue like um that takes a lot to have to clean up somebody else's mess. That's some real love within itself. Like you created this mess and yet I have to come and clean it up because I care about you and I love you and I don't want you in this type of situation. Um, just the fact that she's doing that and then it's years of having to try to forgive him and forgive everything that has happened. I was just saying how it's amazing how you're there for your father. You're cleaning up his mess that he created. That's
You
real,
definitely created, yeah.
but that's real love. It's like
Mm.
you created this, but I love you unconditionally. A lot of people don't know what unconditional love is because
Mm.
people do us a certain way and we can throw them away, but you have not thrown away your father. And I hope and pray that
Wow.
eventually you guys will be able to reset and start over again and do what you have to do as a dad and a daughter, because it is a blessing that he is still here in
Hmm.
spite of the things that he's done. Looking at him from the outside looking in, it's really sad that he did that. But at the same token, it's like I couldn't imagine not being here without my husband. That was my best friend. He is my best friend. And that's
Hmm.
probably what happened with him and your mom. She was his best
Yeah.
friend and he didn't know what to do. And then old girl was just because women are smarter than
Yeah.
men. She was just in the corner in the shadows waiting to pounce and be like, and he's like, well, shoot, okay, I do what I gotta do because this is too much pain for me to deal with. And he just probably didn't know how to deal with that. So then it
Yeah.
makes like he was like, forget me, when it wasn't that. He didn't have anything for himself.
Yeah. You know, that the Iowa farm culture, especially back in the 70s and 80s, it's like the men worked and the women were, they took care of everything else. And my mom, like, she kept this house immaculate, and she would make these huge meals and deliver them out into the field. And
Mm,
it's he didn't know how to he needed to replace her. He needed
mhm.
someone to do that for him.
Yeah, he
You
didn't know
know?
how to do it. Yeah. It was like,
Yeah.
I need it's like
Yeah.
your best worker has gotta go. You're like, I need somebody to work for me because this is too much. Please. And she ended up, I'm not gonna talk bad about your stepmom, but it seemed like she ended up not being like mom. And
Mm-mm. Yeah, and I've never called her my stepmom. I mean, she's was in high school at the same time I was. So we said my dad's wife.
stepsister
So,
mom.
yeah.
Man, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But
I know
I
it is
wow.
crazy.
But look at you. You are
Yeah.
there in the house helping and letting things go. And like you said, with your brother being around the same age and the thing happening to him, you know how it is to lose a mom. So you can
Yeah.
like all that
Yeah.
stuff aside and really be there for him because it's a
Yeah.
lot.
I'm trying. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying. And we've had a few heart-to-heart talks, but I can tell this is hard for him. I'm sure it's hard for him to have me come in and start throwing shit away,
Hmm.
and but
Yeah. And then he
yeah.
knows for years it's been like, oh, it's just us and we keeping everybody like it's like now it's like we gotta be family. We ain't got no choice. And
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
And it,
going
you know, and I also think about he's a 25-year-old kid, and he's taking care of a 86-year-old man right now. Yeah,
mhm.
my brother's paying all the bills, and works full time, and it's yeah.
Wow.
His mom left a mess, literally and figuratively. So,
Wow. Malachi says, great work you are doing, Kimberly.
no, part of it is selfish because I I don't want to I don't want my dad to pass away and to feel guilty that stayed in Austin, and I was like, hope they're all right, you know?
Mhm. Mhm. I completely get it. If something was to happen, you'll at least have some peace within yourself
Yeah.
because you don't live your life regretting
Yeah.
everything. Yeah. Well, at least you're in that space where you're being selfish. Maybe you'll be able to get to a space where you can soften your heart and forgive, but it'll take a lot, you know. Has he tried
Yeah.
to
Well, it's been, no, at one point I did say something to him about, that the whole chicken shed incident. And he said, yeah, I know I shouldn't have done that. So that was him apologizing.
okay. That's a good
Yeah.
apology from the Iowa man for sure.
Yes, it is.
'Cause he could have just looked at you and I said,
Yeah, that's true.
people
Yeah,
like, "Did you really say that?"
yeah. Yeah, and my older brothers aren't really there. They're still angry with him, and and I've said to them, it's like he was not abusive. He wasn't a drinker.
Mhm.
He just could only love one person at a time, and it was not us. It was, some woman.
And honestly, it probably wasn't her either.
Yeah, honestly, I think you're right. Yeah, kind of got
Even
stuck.
yeah. Mhm. Yeah. I hope and pray this is helping you. And
Yeah, it is kind of nice to talk it out in front of a bunch of strangers. Yeah.
right, they don't know you.
You want to see my dirty laundry?
Right, right, right. I just gave him a fake name. They don't even know my real name for real. Dani Luv. Yeah, that's the name. That's
I
all
just don't want my brothers to see this. That's all. They won't.
that's probably and even if they do see, this is your truth. Like I literally
Yeah.
wrote a 200 and something page novel, 221 page novel on my truth. This is what happened to my sister. My mom's
Mhm.
husband, first boyfriend, then husband, unalived her. I was
Yeah.
there. It was a very abusive thing that I went through, and I wrote
Yeah.
about it. It's my truth. I made it into a novel because as a kid, I don't remember everything, but I know the main parts. And so people unfriended me, people left, people stopped talking to me.
Mhm.
I don't care because this is my truth and I need to live and heal because you only get one life. And that's why I chose to this podcast, Love and Laugh with Danny Love, because when you heal, you have to heal in love. You have to make yourself unconditionally love the person who wronged you. It don't mean you have to be in their face or anything like that, but only way you can forgive them is if you unconditionally love them with the love of God and you move forward.
Mhm.
Because it's really not about you. I mean, it's really not about them, it's about you. It's about you. It's about them not holding that grip on you, because all these years, this situation held a grip on you. It was a painful grip. And
Yeah.
so it's like, no, you're not about to keep holding on to me. You're not about to keep gripping me. So the first thing that I would say to do to get out of a painful grip is to soften my heart to
Yeah.
the situation, and
Well,
then um, and then forgive.
I think I don't think I could have done this at any other point in the last, I mean, since 1992. I don't think I could have done this, come back here and done this and been as solid as I am now because
Mm,
I've I've done so much work around it, and I've torn apart the pieces of how not having the support as a young adult um, has affected my life, the trajectory of my life. I moved away from Iowa because I really had my family had fallen apart, and how that had affected my future. Really
that
going
was
through healing them. I feel okay being back here now and doing this.
Yeah, because it's starting a new chapter. You probably have new jokes. You'll probably have new chapters. You have new peace, new happiness, new joy, because you are spiritually cleaning to get rid of everything that did not serve you, and then
Hmm.
moving on with all of this out of the way.
Yeah.
So I'm really proud of you. It sounds like you know what you're doing, and I was trying to find 5 ways to get rid of the painful grip. Let me know if you have anything, but I was saying I typed in soften your heart to the situation, allow the right time to pass so that you can heal,
Hmm.
help you to forgive
Yeah.
what killed you. And for you, you made me think get out of the environment that is gripping you if you can. Do you have
Hmm.
any that you think that people can do to let go of the thing that hurt them?
I think I used to always say you can't make somebody love you. And
Mm-hmm.
now I think it's more, it's a lot of times it's just not about you.
Mm-hmm.
What
Mm-hmm.
what what someone else's actions are doing, and it affects you, it's not about you. So,
Mm-hmm. That's really good. It's about what they have to deal with. We are all human and we all have our own human experience. And sometimes we can take
right.
things personally when someone does something wrong to us. And it's hard to even realize, like, that's mind blowing. It's not about me, it's
Yeah,
about what they have.
it's not personal.
Hmm. Like, they can only offer me what they have. When my
Yes.
she had cancer, right? And she was in the middle, she was on her deathbed, and I was younger, and I remember asking her, why didn't you love me? Like, what, because my mom, we had our love-hate relationship. I'm not gonna talk bad about her because I still loved her, and we had our fun times, but she also did not know how to reprimand me the right way. So she would whoop me, and I don't, whoopings are fine in the black culture, but you going overboard. Like, I got bruises. You whooping me with extension cords,
Mm.
stuff at me, yelling at me, calling me out my name. So I'm like, why didn't you love me? I asked her this. And she looked at me, she said, I've always loved you. I've always loved you. I've always been proud of you. I just don't know how to.
Mm.
That was the
Yeah.
answer she gave me. That was the answer I had to take
Yeah.
because she wasn't loved right. Like, somebody molested her as a child. No one stood up for her. She had me when she was very young. She was only 19. And then my sister was unalived when she was maybe 24. I'm still
Mm.
here. Still had to take care of me. The love of her life is in jail. She decides to marry him after that. And she don't know nothing about life at 24, 19, having babies. Like, she didn't know. She did the best way that she knew how to do. So I had to forgive her. And even though she's not here anymore, I had a conversation with her, consciously, like, hey, I forgive you. And I'm sorry for what happened to you as a child because that pain followed her and it messed with me. So the buck stops here because if I have kids, I'm not putting them through that. I'm not gonna be perfect, but I know what not to do. And
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that.
Yeah. You've made me think of two things. First of all, I have kids, and it's like a pendulum swing. I never heard "I love you"
Mhm,
growing up, and with my kids, it's like we oversay it. You know, it's all
mhm,
the time, and I'm so close with them. They can tell me anything.
mhm,
Um, and the other thing I was thinking is, I think a lot of times we try to compare griefs. It's like a competition.
mhm.
And I'm hearing your story, and I'm like, I I had some things happen to me, but oh my gosh. I mean, they weren't that bad,
You
you
can't
know?
compare
You can't compare. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I
I
went
mean,
through what you went through. Even though I lost my mom,
yeah.
still have your story. Like, that's why God gave us all our own. We all
Yeah.
have our own story that we have to live. And in spite of all the things that I've been through, this is just a little bit. The book is a little bit. It's not even all of my life. We don't have that. But in spite of things I've been through, I would not change who I am.
Yeah.
I would just still be me. I've been through a lot. I wouldn't wish it on nobody, but I still would not change who I am because it gave me perspective. It made me closer to God, and it helped me help other people. What
Hmm.
I hate that I went through the stuff, but, like, it's like I can help you, so you don't have to, but it's not fun, but I would not change my spot with anybody for nothing. I'm happy to be me. And just like you, like I'm looking at what you've been through, and I'm like, wow, that is a lot. Like hoarding, I don't like cleaning. I just don't. And then I'm cleaning somebody else's stuff. Oh no, I'm ready to fight. But but you there, being helpful. I'd have been a horrible daughter. I'd be like, well, you tell that. Like, yeah, what's up
uh,
there? And so, like, everybody's story is different because
yeah,
of the things we can handle. Your
yeah,
cross is different from my cross, and mine is different from yours because of the
yeah,
things that God put inside of us for us to handle it. You are a beautiful, wonderful Kimberly, and I'm a beautiful, wonderful Danielle. And we are living our best truths and doing the best that we can do with who we are. So,
absolutely. And what you said about, when anyone says, "Oh, I'm sorry you lost your mom so young," I'm like, it made me who I am.
mm-hmm,
I'm very strong and independent because of that, and I wouldn't change that for anything. It got
mm-hmm,
me out of Iowa. Yeah, I carved my own life, and everything I have is because I made it.
mm-hmm.
So
You wouldn't
I
have left.
probably no, I probably would have married a farmer, and I'd be, making casseroles right now in some
Not the
farmhouse.
funny Kimberly that you are.
No, no,
Yeah, yeah, me
not that I
too.
don't like a good casserole, but geez, I don't
Oh,
want to
I
make them every
I
day.
know y'all casserole. I love me some chicken broccoli casserole, child. I tried to make a casserole. I sucked at it. I said, "Well, dang, I need somebody to show me how to make a casserole."
Just need a cream of something soup, that's all, and
Yeah,
some
they have
noodles.
enough
Throw
food.
whatever else you want in it.
It was so stiff. I'm like, "Oh, this is not what I tasted when I was over." I was over Susan's house. This ain't what I tasted. This is horrible.
Yeah, Susan sounds like someone who'd make a good casserole.
Here I am trying to make it myself. No, like put the fork down. Like, but yeah, yeah, I love it. And like you said, you would not be where you are if it wasn't for your mom. And I feel that way about my mom. My mom passed when I was 27 as well. And after she passed, my great aunt, who is now 95, she was like, don't take this wrong, but you have changed a lot since your mom has passed. Like I
Mm,
voice, you're not passive, you're not scary, and I love the person that you're becoming. She's like, not saying that it's good that your mom passed, but since she passed, you
wow,
have grown.
that's an
And I
amazing thing to hear.
yeah, yeah, and I couldn't get upset because I was like, it's true.
Hmm. Yeah,
Like, yeah, I
that's
dig
a
it.
compliment.
Yeah. So I'm
Wow.
grateful for you and for your story. And um, do you have anything else you want to share with us?
Um, I'm bringing a comedy tour to my hometown, Fort Dodge, Iowa. I'm gonna have some Kill Tony golden ticket winners here, and so if anybody sees this from Iowa, I don't know, you know, there's
I do
there's
got
gonna be a big show in June.
share it, Aaron. Let people know. When you get a flyer, let us know, and we can post
I
it
will.
on here, and I can
Cool.
send it to Aaron, and she could send it to because she has. I think she has like 5 sisters. She got a big family, so they might be able to come out, and
Nice.
depending on which part of Iowa they're in. So
Hmm.
they love hanging out. So they'll probably come.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Once I get the flyer, I'll let you know.
So yeah, keep me updated. I might drive up there. I'm just playing. Let me stop. I
You
might like
should.
yeah, I might drive up there. Yes, I'll be the only midget comedian up there.
Go through the cornfields and come on up to
Oh,
Iowa. Yeah.
maybe. They won't even see me running through the cornfields. I'm so sure they'll just see the cornfields moving around, and then I just like, oh, where did you come from? Yeah, it's like the children of the corn.
Yeah, that's Nebraska.
Oh, dang. That's hilarious. I was Ubering. I met this guy from Nebraska. He was talking about how cold it gets there. He said it's way worse than Michigan, and he's glad that he's here.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. No, I mean, it's weird to compare colds. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
it is. It sounded like it must have been really bad because he was like, "I'm so glad I'm in Michigan." I was like, "Okay." He's like, "That cold, it kills your face. Your whole skin fall off when the
Huh.
wind." I was like, "Ooh,
I thought
sir."
Michigan would be worse because of the lake effect.
That's what I thought because
Hmm.
it'd be cold. I don't like it. Every
Yeah,
like,
I'm not buying it. I think Michigan's colder than Nebraska, but
yeah, it's bad. But every time it gets warm, I'm like, "Oh yeah, I like Michigan." I'm like, "Why am I still here?"
mm, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
man. Well, you a
Well,
nice warm Boston, so
oh, yeah, Texas, man. Although it gets pretty dang hot in the summer, so there's
yeah,
that.
I hear. That was my first time in Texas when I met you. I've never been in Texas before. In San Antonio, that was my first time there.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. What'd you think?
it was beautiful. It
It
was
is.
nice.
It's there's a lot to do in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It really is. We didn't get to do everything. We went to the river walk. That was pretty. And we
Mm,
a place called Iron Cactus. It was expensive but good.
I've heard of that. I haven't been there.
They're very expensive, but they
Hmm.
make the guacamole in your face. So
Oh yeah, yeah. I've heard
guacamole,
about that. All right, I'm gonna have to check out the Iron Cactus when I
yeah,
get
eat a
back.
full meal at Panera Bread or McDonald's, and then then go get the guacamole. Like,
Oh, wait a minute. I think there's an Iron Cactus right next to the mothership in Austin. So yeah, actually, I have been there. Now that okay, I
hey,
don't
you
know what I'm
remember
talking about.
guacamole in your face?
That's what made me think of it. Yeah, I went on a date. I went on like a Bumble date and got
Ooh,
guacamole in our faces. Yeah.
ooh, that sounds like
Yeah.
a nice day right there. Guacamole
Yeah.
face. Mm.
Everything but the date, but yeah, the guy. But I
Usually
like the
how
guacamole.
good guacamole. At least you got some guacamole out of it.
That's right.
I remember one time I went on a date years ago before I got married. I had to hurry and sneak out of there because he was a little crazy. I was like, he was at Starbucks. He was like, "What is the most?" And he was African. He's like, "What is the most adventurous thing you've done?" And I was like, I went skydiving." He was like, "No, no, not that." I'm like, "Okay, what's more adventurous than skydiving?" He's like, "Well, I've done a threesomes," and I was like, "Oh, so
Oh
you,
God.
yeah,
God.
before my husband."
Yeah.
I heard up and got out of there. I looked around. He's like, "I'd be back. I go get me some coffee." He didn't even offer me no coffee. I was like, go ahead." And I was like, "Not a." So yeah, but yeah, we about to end it on out. We got
Hold on.
poetry. Oh,
I gotta I gotta charge my phone and my battery's about ready to die. Another technical difficulty, sorry.
technicality. Got the technicalities, child. But yeah,
Yep.
this was a very good episode. I am very excited and grateful for you, Kimberly, for pulling up on me virtually and for being a part of this podcast. We look forward to hearing more about your tour. And
Yeah.
is there anything else you want the audience to know before we get out of here?
I can't think of a single thing. No.
Me neither. I think we talked it all out.
Yeah.
The things I think we came up with 5 things. We got soften your heart to the situation, allow the right time to pass, ask God to help you to forgive what held you, get out of the environment that is gripping you, and understand that someone else's actions are not about you. So this is
Yes.
another this has been another episode of Dani Luv. We are so happy that you joined us. Please come back next Monday, and always remember that you have your own fingerprint and your own purpose, and can't nobody be you like you. Thank you again, Kimberly, for being on the show. Wonderful
Thank you.
back, because this is a really good conversation. You guys have a great Monday.
You don't know what to do. Come and take a seat, my friend. Kick it with Dani Luv. Kick it with Dani Luv. Kick it with Dani Luv. Healing one.